Joe Tower from Coconut Airways 372. This is Captain Tobias Wilcock holding on runway 29. Request ATC clearance. Over.
Here's Coconut Airways 372, clear for takeoff. Climb to 10,000 feet and contact air traffic control on 136.7.
Coconut Airways 372, air traffic control 136.7. Received. Good day.
Welcome aboard, Captain Pig back with you here. We've just departed Honolulu International Airport and we're flying over the city of Honolulu right now on our way to Waikiki. We now invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy some musical entertainment as we fly around Oahu. Our flight attendant today, Julia Rumsey, is providing the video and camera work here, doing an excellent job under the circumstances in spite of getting motion sickness, as we fly over downtown Waikiki. In a second here we'll fly over the canal. It's coming into view in the lower part of your screen. It runs behind Waikiki and is used by the university and various other people for recreational activities. The university use it for canoeing. I think they use outrigger canoes, if I'm right. And as we take a shot here of downtown Waikiki, making our transition to approach Diamond Head. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, in all its glory, Diamond Head. As you can see, it looks like a remnants of a volcano, I believe that's what it was. In the center is a military base, I believe. We didn't go inside it, but this is a shot that the everyday tourist usually gets. And as we're flying around it, you'll get some idea of its size. It takes quite a few hours. You can drive up inside and then climb to the peak that you're seeing right in front of you right now, and it apparently provides a nice view of the city of Waikiki, and a lot of people go up there apparently to look at it. We did not. We were very lazy. As we complete our transition around Diamond Head, we get a nice view looking back over Waikiki with the canal on the right side as we head out over the ocean and continue our journey. The area we're now flying over is known as Cocoa Head. It is one of the richer part of the islands. Richer, I mean by property prices and the populace that inhabits it. This area is known as Waimea Bay. It was closed all the time we were there. It affords good scuba diving activities, many fish, and is a natural reserve. Unfortunately, as I say, it was closed, so we didn't get the opportunity to do any snorkeling and see the wonderful fish that live there. This is the most southeasterly point of Oahu, Mikapu Point, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. And right on the tip of the rock there you'll see a little lighthouse as we go around the most southeasterly point of Oahu. Waimanalo Beach is what you're looking at right now, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. As you can see, the terrain is also rising. In fact, there it looks like it's going into the clouds. We did encounter a little bit of IFR and we were slightly naughty by flying through some clouds, but we didn't capture that on video. The area, as you can see, is very green and is almost reminiscent of a tropical rainforest in some areas. The range that you're looking at is the mountain range that extends up completely the east side of the island until you get to the North Shore area, and makes for a lot of turbulence, as you'll find out later when Julia's shooting this video. I think I've just taken over now with the camera. I don't know who's flying the plane, but someone is.
Now other girls to the left, island girls to the right, cause to the right, Pauhana dance all night. Other girls to the left, island girls to the right, cause to the right, Pauhana dance all night. Woman, 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 yeah, are you ready? This one dedicated to all my island girls. Wind your body, rough boy remix. Island girls, wow, treat them like a queen, treat them like a queen, nah. Treat them with
going to cut to some still shots we took on the eastern coast. As you can see there was a picture showing some of the clouds that were now setting in. This is the airfield MCAF Conejo Bay, and it's a restricted area which you have to ask permission to transition their airspace, and they gave us permission. We followed a couple of helicopters that took off from there, which was rather interesting, and in addition to that, it was not long after this we ran through a couple of IFR situations where we flew through some small clouds, which we didn't video. We picked the video back up here on the North Shore. We're heading east, backtracking on ourselves a little bit to get some better photo ops and check out. We were actually looking for whales, I believe, at this point in time.
Big up to Tahitian girls, a big up to Fijian girls, a big up to New Zealand girls, a big up to Samoan girls, a big up to a Tongan girls, a big up to Chamorro girls, a big up to Hawaiian.
Flying along the North Shore, you really don't get an idea of how beautiful it really is from this video, but the sea was really a deep blue in colour. There is actually, you just didn't see it, it was like a little white dot in the center of your screen was actually whales. We're cutting now to a still shot of the same school of whales that we caught up with, and I had the luck to be the only one on board to see one actually come out of the ocean right in front of the plane and then splash back into it dramatically like you would see on a photo. Unfortunately, I was flying the plane at the time into Dillingham, which we're going to pick up the video for in a second. And this is a close-up more of the whales again, and I never got the shot of the whale jumping out of the water anyway. Picking it up now with the video as we make our approach for landing at Dillingham. Dillingham's here on the left, over my left shoulder. As you can see, it's right on the beach almost, and it's kind of an interesting approach as I ace this one. In a second you'll hear the stall warning go off as we touch down abruptly at Dillingham and then proceed to add full power. There we go. A little bit of a bumpy landing, but it was a strong crosswind. I think I did pretty good. We're adding full power for our touch and go here and our departure to the left. Here we've caught up with the whales again, and as you can see quite clearly there's a few more. And that was a rather interesting shot there of it blowing its spout. We've turned the plane around to get another shot of the whales here. Julie was having a hard time focusing because of the bounciness of the airplane. In fact, we gave up after this, but it was really, really nice to see these huge creatures in their natural environment. We've cut to a still of the Dole plantation here because Julia wanted a rest from videoing and actually wanted to enjoy the flying, and she was getting somewhat sick because she had to look in this tiny little lens as we were bouncing around. So this is a shot of the Dole plantation, characteristic, the red earth that is all over the Hawaiian Islands. We're now approaching back towards Honolulu International Airport. The center island you see connected by a bridge is Pearl Harbor. And where the bridge connects, the dark spot to the immediate left of that is the Missouri. And in front of that's the Arizona Memorial where the Arizona battleship sank. And we went to sea later in our journeys. Hello again. At the top of the screen, in the blur, you'll see Honolulu International Airport. As we start to make our turn to set up for a downwind approach for landing. Pearl Harbor coming into view. We're no longer since 9/11 allowed to fly over Pearl Harbor. Something we would have loved to do, but another privilege has been taken away in this age of terrorism. Another shot looking back over Pearl Harbor as we transition for our landing at Honolulu. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We've transitioned to the downwind leg of our journey for our final landing of the day at Honolulu International Airport, which is quite clearly visible at the lower part of your screen. I now must ask you to put your seat belts on and return your seats to an upright position in preparedness for landing. We hope to make this as bumpy as possible for you, and we hope you've enjoyed flying Pig Airlines. This is Captain Pig, and I will talk to you on the ground.
And I felt a yearning for that great adventure. So many nights I woke up out of a dream of blue seas, white sand, paradise birds, butterflies, and beautiful warm-hearted girls. Son of Jamaica, the dreams of my life. Our love is my sweet memory. Son of Jamaica, blue lady, my like. Someday I'll return, wait and see. Sand and I'm happy with you. We shall be loving and true. Oh, I sure love my Laika with all of my heart. I will always be faithful and true. Yeah, true. Now as I grew older, this burning desire became so strong that I bought me a ticket to fly over. And then I found you, and we fell in eternal love right from the beginning. Stars falling down from the sleepy lagoon, palms swaying under the moon, and we swimming out into the calm crystal sea. In that fateful night,
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Pig with you here. I'd like to welcome you to Honolulu International Airport and thank you for flying Pig Airways. We hope you'll join us again in the near future for some more adventures. We must at this time ask that you remain in your seats until the plane is taxied to standstill, when you'll be able to disembark and, if necessary, throw up after the bumpy ride. Again, this is Captain Pig saying thanks for flying.